Hey everyone, hope everyone had a good weekend. Welcome to my week 11 overview video. I'll just be, as usual, going over what you guys have due this week and also what you're going to expect from the class content this week. Um, so, as far as what you guys have to do this week, once again, like last week, it's a pretty typical discussion week. However, I made one important change, which I did email you all about. As far as the workbook this week goes, you can feel free to do it if you want to, but I'm just going to treat it like a practicum. So if you guys feel like you want to do it in order to get more out of this week, feel free to do it. I'm not going to grade it. It'll just be an ungraded assignment because I felt like as it stands, we kind of have a lot due this week. So I decided to take that out to put take a little bit of pressure off you guys. But besides that, we have the three-part discussion due. And then we also have a quiz due on Sunday, I think, on Sunday. It's due on the weekend. And then we also have, on November 8th, which is Sunday, part one of the poster due. So it's relatively easy. Pick out whichever cultural group you want to study and start looking into some sources related to that group. And that's, I think, essentially what part one entails. Feel free to reach out to me if you're having trouble finding sources. I know a few people have mentioned that they're having some trouble. I definitely recommend using JSTOR because it's a pretty good source of academic journals, especially archaeology-related ones. But if you guys are really having some serious trouble, let me know and I can hopefully help you find sources or at least point to a database that you can use to find sources. Yeah, besides that, and then the quiz that's also due this week, and the discussion, I think you guys are good. It's just the reading due this week. I don't believe that there are any videos that are supplemental for you to watch, so at least as far as content goes that way, we're relatively, we're working with minimal stuff. But the reading this week is pretty relevant to modern society. It's about conspicuous consumption. And for those of you who don't know what it is, conspicuous consumption is basically just, it can take a lot of forms, but generally it is consuming something with the goal of increasing your social status. When you're conspicuously consuming something, you're doing it in a way that everybody can see, so that basically everybody knows how cool you are. And this has happened a lot throughout history in various ways. Previously, it used to happen through feasts where massive amounts of food is given out to people to show that some sort of a leader in the community has the ability to procure food for lots of people, raising their status. Sometimes it happens in unexpected ways. I think you guys are going to read about the potlatch system in the northwestern, or what is now the northwestern United States. It's about indigenous groups in the northwestern territory who basically just destroy massive amounts of stuff in ceremonies just to show that they can, because if you have a lot of extra stuff, people will respect you more. These are just examples of conspicuous consumption. And then, of course, today it takes place in different ways. You know, people buy like luxury branded cars in order to show people how wealthy they are, how cool they are. People wear certain types of clothing to sort of curate a specific image. These are all examples of conspicuous consumption. And of course, it is really relevant to today because it's kind of gotten out of hand to the point that we are facing an environmental crisis because we're consuming, in many cases, more conspicuously than sustainably. Although there are examples of some crossover, which I'm hoping that you guys will talk about in your discussions. And I look forward to reading those. But as you go through the reading this week, make sure that you continue to think about how conspicuous consumption impacts your life today and how it's something that's impacted societies all over the world since complex societies have emerged. It's a really interesting topic, and I'm excited to see what you guys think of it this week. And that's it for my overview video. As always, reach out if you have any questions. Please go vote. It's really important that you do that tomorrow if you haven't already voted early. And I hope everyone has an awesome week. Thank you.